Hello, Booktube. This is Alan here on a Friday. This is about 7:30, and it's 87 degrees here in the North Texas area, and it will stay this way for probably the next 6 months. And that's the way summer is. It stays high of in the 90s every day. Sometimes it goes over 100, and yeah, I knew one guy who didn't like the summers here, and he lived actually in Rockwall, the smallest county in Texas, and he didn't like the summers, and he moved to Alaska. And it tells you how desperate people are to get away from the heat here in North Texas. You get very little rain, and so you get parched ground and 90s every single day. It's just miserable. So today I went to a charity shop, and they did not accept donations, which is terrible because I talked to the guy at the checkout when I was checking out that they said that the government wouldn't let them take charities, and they're having this big sale to help them stay in business. So I hope they do, because their charity is going to help rescue animals, dogs and those other creatures, cats. So their books were 25 cents a piece, and that's a charity shop where I have to go look around in about 12 boxes and pull out medical textbooks and books that have half the pages missing and everything else. So anyway, let me show you what I got. This is Isaac Asimov. This is The Naked Sun. This is going to be my venture into science fiction. So as Isaac Asimov, this is The Naked Sun. This one came out. Let me see. This one came out in as a Fawcett Crest book at Mass Market paperback. Came out in 1957. First printed, and this one is 1972. So this is the Naked Sun. The next one is also Asimov. This is his book Nemesis, and in the 23rd century, pioneers escaped the crowded Earth for life in sustaining orbital colonies. One of the colonies, rotor, has broken away from the solar system, created its own renegade utopia around the unknown red star 2 light years from Earth, a star named Nemesis. So yes, this is a mass market paperback, and this one also, let's see, it's a Bantam book paperback, and see when this came out. Bantam edition is October 1990. Doubleday first printed in 1989. So yes, there's that one. Next one is another Asimov, author of Robots and Empire, The Caves of Steel, Luigi Bailey and R. Danielle Olivon novel. That's what this one looks like. And this might be, I have 2 books in it. Let me see. Caves of Steel. And this is 7th printing, November 1986. First Valentine edition in 1983. So yeah, the Caves of Steel. That's one paperback. The next one is another Isaac Asimov, of Time, Space, and Other Things. Fantastic backfill exploration of our world, our solar system, and ourselves. That's what this one looks like. I like the cover on that one. And this is by Avon. Published by Avon. It's first discus printing in 1975. And all essays in this volume are reprinted from the magazine of fantasy and science fiction. So those are my Isaac Asimov books. There's 4 of them there. The next one is an Arthur C. Clarke book. The cover got torn, as you can see, but so many quarters, who cares? This is Author of Childhood and Tales of 10 Worlds. This is published by Dell Publishing, and second Dell printing of May 1965. Yeah, this one ought to be good. And the next one is, just a minute, let's see, I got another science fiction here. This is Dandelion Wine by Ray Bradbury. I like the cover on that one. And this one was printed by Bantam, again. Let me see, Bantam Books of New York. And it was, went through a lot of printings here. It was first published in February 1964. Yeah, there's a lot here to go through, and so yeah, that'll be interesting. Dandelion Wine. And the next one is let me see, 2 Jean Le Carré books. This is a Most Wanted Man. This is by this pocketbooks fiction. This is really nice because it's not almost brand new in a big typeset. Let's see when this one came out. Most Wanted Man. This one came out copyright 2008. And so yeah, it's very good condition. The next one is his book, Smiley's People, John Le Carré. I've never read John Le Carré's novels. Let me see. This is the Bantam edition, December 1980. The next one is Dr. Zhivago by Boris Pasternak. My parents loved the music from this, from the movie, with the one with Omar Sharif and the Somewhere in My Love. From the movie. And I believe this is, has the movie cover on it. This was, the Valentine edition, March 1981. Translated from the Russian by Max Haywood and Mania Harari. Poems of Yuri Zhivago. So yes, I never read this one. That'd be interesting. The next one is a Jane Austen book. I never read Jane Austen. This is Sense and Sensibility. And this is a Oxford World Classic. And Oxford University Press. This one came out, it was very small. New introduction, 1990. First issue in 1980. And so it does have some notes in the back here. Explanatory notes. I've never read Jane Austen. This will be my first time reading. The next one is P.G. Wodehouse. This is Life at the Blandings. And this is a Penguin edition. Orange Orange Spine Penguin Edition. Life at the Blandings. Something fresh, summer light, and heavy weather. This was, see when this was printed. Well, it first came out in 1933, but that's not this. Frozen Penguin Books, 1966. And this one is 1981. So, yeah. So, that's, P.G. Wodehouse, The Blandings. The next one is a small little book. This has a spine is real bad on it. This is called the Victor Wakefield. And it's by Oliver Goldsmith. And it says here, the inscription right there to someone, bought by Pat from Germany, 1943, at the end of World War II. And so this is a Victor Wakefield by Oliver Goldsmith, and this is there's Oliver Goldsmith right there. Wilhelm Hagen in Colossian, 1930. So the first, what's interesting is that this part here is in German. But then you get back over here, and so I guess the introduction, and you go to the chapter, the first chapter. See, everything, part is in German. The biography, it says, biography of Oliver Goldsmith. And then and then you go into this part, where it starts the story, the Victor Wakefield, is in English. So, and it has little notes on the side here. So this is a very interesting copy. I have never heard of this book, and it's interesting that it says English authors banned 65 von Dr. Ried, Rudheim, in Freiburg, Germany. And that must be the introduction for the Wormwort. So this is interesting. At the end of World War II, but it says 1943. The war didn't end until 1945. This next one I got is a book I received. Is from Signet Press. It is, remember when David Murphy said that he was going to do the Chunkster read for May, would be Lord of the Rings. And I said, oh God, what is going to have Lord of the Rings? So, guess what I found today? This Lord of the Rings. And this is by Harvard Lampoon. and so, Lord of the Rings is questionably a comic masterpiece, as well as a brilliant parody of J.R.R. Tolkien's famous The Lord of the Rings trilogy. A gem of irreverence filled with incredible menagerie and mad characters, including lustful elf maidens and a roller skating dragon. A side-splitting swipe at the eternal quest in the castle, wizards, and other folderol of ancient lore, a catch-22 for the lovers of days of yore. This came out in 1969. It's and here's the map of the Lord of the Rings. Because you have Mordor, Grenade, Roland, and just read it by. And the first chapter one, the chapter title, chapter one says, "It's my party and I'll snub whom I want to." And I'll just read you a little part here. When Mr. Dildo Bugger, Bug In, gradually announced his intention of throwing a free fee for all the boogies and as part of the stay, the reaction of Boogie Town was immediate. All through the messy little slum, Kitty heard squeals of swell and hot puppies grub. Slavering with anticipation, several recipients of the invitation devoured their little engraved scrolls, temporarily deranged by the transports of gluttony. At their initial hysteria, however, the boogies returned to their daily routines and, as is their wont, lapsed back into a coma. So this is Lord of the Rings, Harvard Lampoon. So all these books here, like 13 of them, cost me only $3. So have a good weekend, BookTube. Take care.